Hi there. How's everybody out there today? I hope you're all feeling good and understanding what this whole issue is with Vice President Harris and Tim Walsh doing an interview. When I went looking for a job, my name is Gene Simes. I'm a veteran, Marine Corps, 1963 to 69, just about 3 tours in Vietnam, and I made it through with no problem. I got hit once. I'm visually impaired, so I'm not looking straight into the camera. But let me tell you, when I was looking for a job, I had to go in that office by myself for an interview. I didn't have nobody guide me or cheer me on or help me try to remember what I'm supposed to say. I was there to give an interview as truthful, transparent as possible. So that would determine whether I get the job or not. And I did quite well on my own. Now, Kamala Harris has to have Tim Walsh, her running mate, be with her in an interview. Now, if everybody out there is happy with that, then there's a problem here because Tim Walsh is not going to be with her when she's speaking to a diplomat. Okay, she's got to be the deciding factor with what to say and what not to say. She's got to say what her policies are and mean it. Okay, but she has no AOIOL of what it is. So the Democrat Party, her party, has to put somebody in there in place to speak for her. Okay, and I'm not saying that this is what Trump is saying. I'm saying it's what I'm saying. Okay, if all you individuals, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, social, have this type of president in mind, we got a problem here. Okay, we got a major problem. We got a major problem because we're just taking somebody that's never been elected to represent us in Washington. Okay, the woman doesn't know nothing about what's going on except for that cloud up there that has all the information on the computer. And, that cloud up there is what saves all that stuff. And then you have the rest of the crew during the meetings that she's had with different individuals. Speaking about what about the border? Have you ever been to the border? And she says, well, I don't know. Have I ever been to Europe? Whether she said it like that or not, it doesn't matter. It still sucks, It really does. She doesn't know anything about her job. We trusted Biden with that little suitcase and a button there in case it needs to be pressed, Let's see what happens. Where's that suitcase with the button, guys? That's what President Biden is asking. We got to be ready for whatever happens. You trust a guy like that? Not that he's a bad individual. He just didn't have it. So they did a coup on him and they kicked him out. Harris knew all about it. Okay. Now, can I say I actually know that Harris knew about it? Let's say I'm assuming. Okay. But you got Nancy Pelosi, you got Obama, you got Hillary Clinton, you got all these individuals that know the true story. But they put a puppet in the screen to take Joe Biden's place. Another puppet. How's that? Okay. Where she doesn't talk about China, she doesn't talk about the crime, she doesn't talk about the border. She doesn't talk about 70% of our nation is in poverty. If I'm wrong in those figures, that's okay because Harris doesn't know anything anyways. I'm just a flunky Marine, okay? Got out of the Marine Corps as an E6, doing my job. For what? that talk to a politician that knows nothing? And then she has Tim Walsh on there, Mr. Tampon. Excuse the expression. I thought you were selling tampons to schools. That's why they're in there. Okay. If you're not, well, that's okay. We let the company find out what's going on. I would want my company mention this to the public. Okay, Mr. Walsh. And as far as stolen valor, how much time you spend in combat? I'd like to know. How much really time you spend in combat? Tell me. It's like asking Harris. Okay. What does she know about Russia? What does she really knows about Israel? What does she really knows about Japan? What does she really knows about anything that she can talk about on her own? The border. You have thousands that came through, struggling through the rain, the heat, the water, the confusion of the atmosphere of what's going on to cross the border. They're going through the border while Biden is flying them over the border. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. And I apologize if I've insulted you, but insulting it may be the point that needs to be said, because you can't represent what Trump has. You can't stand 1 foot in his shoe to what he can say and what he believes what this nation should be looking forward to as far as protecting it, the economy, the struggle for oil so we can keep our individual vehicles on the road, and heating, and not trying to cut the gas off and say we got to be on electricity. You know, you talk about dictator, Kamala, come on, wake up. You're a dictator. And then you take and steal the stuff that President Trump is talking about. Find something that you created, a policy, something that you can actually stand up and say, I'm worthy of being president. You're not. And again, too, if I've insulted you, I apologize. How's that? And Tim Walsh, I don't know about you. I wouldn't have you for a truck driver for anything. If I had to transport a bunch of chickens across the desert, I wouldn't want you to do it. Because as you have Minnesota in your hands when you had it, and we saw films that showed all the problems that was going on, fires that was going on. What did you do about all this? The looting and everything that went on there. Why do the people really like you? There are good Democrats out there that knows exactly what's going on. You aren't worthy of being a vice president. And if I hurt your feelings in saying that, well, I'm sorry. But you know, you hurt my feeling in stolen valor too. I spent my time in Vietnam. I was almost killed. What about you, brother? 58,200 and some odd men and women killed, 100 and some odd casualties, plus missing in action. And you say you was in combat? Tell me about it. Chulai, Fubai, Anwa, Boban, Marvel Mountain, Mortar Valley, Happy Valley, Hill 55, Hill 22. Where was you when I was in Vietnam? What was you doing? You got any idea what you're trying to do to all of us? And the Democratic Party is putting both of you birds on there to represent us. How could the public actually take that? To know that you guys don't know what you're doing. You're up there like a clown, swinging your legs and swinging your arms up. You're trying to bring something to younger people to make them feel good so they can vote for you. But you really don't care. You know, it's like taking 550 some odd people, or let's say politicians, all the congressmen and all the senators, and line them up so their right ear is next to your left ear and looking straight through. You could see the daylight all the way through those 500 some odd people. Veterans count on speaking to you, but you don't speak to us. You do what you want to do. It's not for the people. It's for you, the Democratic people. And also, there are Republicans that are in the same boat, and independent people are in the same boat, and socialists are in the same boat, doing the same thing. But at this point, here is you, the Democrat Party. The National Convention was horrible. You guys sound like jokers, that's all. Jokers. And all the national newspapers, news media. Why don't you just put a good, true story on? Tell it like it is, but you're getting paid by the Democratic Party to put what you want, what they want. And you being Democrats, you're not going to change that because you need that money. Los Angeles Times, then you got the Washington Times, then you got the Washington Post, you got the Boston Globe, you got all these news media, the social media that sells thousands of papers every day. But only one paper tells it like it is. You know, as far as I can tell you, I'm a firm believer on the Washington Times. Now, you're going to tell me, well, you know, they're also, you know, wishy-washy. Well, you might have some people in there that are wishy-washy. But you compare it to the other newspapers, you don't even come close. Newsmax. There's another one. You don't even come close to that. Because Newsmax tell you exactly what's going on. Okay? They're growing. Okay? Do I watch all the other stations? Am I committed to saying only one station? No, I'm not committed because I'm speaking to you as a person, individual, transparent. You have Fox News with all the good people that are on there too. Good news doesn't have a black or white, a green or blue. A president is not because you're black or you're white or Chinese. It's how you conduct your job. That's what it is. And if people are feeling bad for Kamala, I don't care. If you're looking at her color to say, oh, yeah, she's a black woman. No, she's not black. You know, Obama either. He's white and Arab or Muslim. It's a mixed colors. You know, we can't have people in politics that feel that their color or their nationality, you have to serve just that course. You have to be very, very segregated to try and help the initial nation that you're in. Okay. If you're Muslim and you're a congressperson, you have a certain oath you took. Not for the Muslims or for the Catholics or for the Protestants, but for the United States of America. That's what you have. If somebody says, well, you know, she's black. No, she's not. She's the vice president. There's no color in vice president. There's no color in president. It's what you have in your heart to give to the people to tell them what the truth is and not keep on lying. You're not going to make it, people. You know, you're not going to make it. Arizona is a great state. New Jersey is a great state. Pennsylvania is a great state. California is a great state if you have people running it right, not trying to give $150,000 to aliens that come through the border. What about the people that are here already? What about the people in Alabama, Mississippi? What about them? Those individuals don't have the comfort that we have. And Kamala, you said when you was 2 years old, they told you something about get on the bus or whatever. I can't understand what you was talking about. But anyways, I had my mother when I was working in Homestead, Florida, we had problems. We were 4 people. I can remember the guy telling me, "Hey, you sit in the back." I didn't know what that meant, but I learned quick. Okay, because she was Puerto Rican and black. How's that? But I don't care about the black and I don't care about the Puerto Rican. I don't care who I am. I'm talking to you. My voice doesn't have a color. And it doesn't mean you have to vote for me because I'm black or white or blue. Obama's the same difference. Who's voting for the color? If his heart's in the right way and he's doing the right thing and not choosing to please his tribe or his clan or whatever you want to call it, and I apologize if I insulted you. But that's the whole thing. A president is a president. Okay. Not because she's cute, he's cute, whatever. It's a president. He's got a lot of people in that hand that he's got to comfort, he's got to talk to, he's got to be able to make a nation grow. And you can't do it by being a dictator, Kamala. And don't talk about other people, talk about what you're saying. You are a dictator. So is your friend there, Tim Walsh. So is a bunch of other people that just speak about what they want done in Congress or in the Senate. I haven't seen Schumer around. Where's his voice? Well, I got to tell you, my time is almost up here. But this is going to be sent out to everybody that I can reach. And I hope that you listen for this half hour or listen good on this half hour that I spoke. I hope that you understand that I mean what I say. You have a president that's running, and that's Trump. That's a president. And his vice president. Those are people. Those are people that are talking about caring about you, the nation, not like what you're doing, Kamala or Tim Walsh. Take care. For now, it's Gene Simes. My website, offe.org. My number, 315-986-7322, if you want to talk. And again, too, let me apologize if I insulted anybody that was listening. That's if you're worthy of it. Thank you.